Hey guys, thank you so much for hopping on. I know it's like super last minute, but we have to do a major kind of rethinking and revamping to what we thought we had planned for March. Now, if you're somebody who's like, you know what, I actually really liked what we had planned, like all the power to you. I'm going to still I'm going to finish the menu because I think it's a good resource for us to have. So I'm gonna finish it. I need to add gut health, nutrition, like the cleanse, reset, that kind of stuff on there. Um, and then I'm just gonna distribute it and you guys can use it for whatever you want. I sent it to somebody today and I thought it was helpful. So, okay.
Wait,
Here's
sorry.
Go ahead.
Are we not doing the menu anymore?
Well, that's what we're here to talk about tonight.
Oh, okay.
So, yep. So here's the deal. Here's the kind of situation. We came up with our plan for like the spring cleaning event and raffle, and then the pick your path. And then there was also like the gains, guts and gains group and the hormone health group, right? So all of those things going on. Now, Melanie kind of threw us a curveball because when she created her spring cleaning webinar scheduled for the 19th, so 1 week from yesterday, that was intended to be for cleaning products and non-toxic living. So cleaning, laundry, skincare. Then Sarah announced her case for clean, and it was the exact same idea. So that's where the first miscommunication happened was between Sarah and Melanie. So then I think Melanie had already done her monthly live at the beginning of the month where she kind of says like this is the plan, this is what we're going to do. This is what you can expect, details to come. You'll have a Google Drive. And then Sarah was like, "Welcome to a case for clean. This is what we're doing." And Melanie was like, "Oh no, we didn't have that conversation." So I think she, after the call, kind of was like, "Okay, that was a good call." Because it was a great call. And then was like, "I need to put a new spin on this." So she went live today with an entire Google folder ready to roll out and called it Spring Cleaning Your Wellness, right? So basically, like a fresh start to your wellness journey. It is all wellness supplementation and the stuff that we've been loving with Clean Slate. Okay. So here's my thought. And this I've kind of run this by like the director level teammates to just to kind of like get some feedback because I was kind of scrambling. Number one, like how does this fit in with what we already have? And number two, I don't want to do too much and have it be redundant. So here's kind of the pros and cons to the options now that are on the table. Okay. So first thing I will say is we are keeping the idea of putting everyone into a chat and doing like an extravaganza style webinar for the call. Spring cleaning your wellness, right? So what we'll do is we'll invite to this free webinar. Anyone can join our chat, right? It's completely free. It's just that night on the 19th, we're inviting them to listen to this call. And it's about all of the things that are in the Google Drive, okay? So we'll put all of our people in together. If you were here for the extravaganza, we all had our own chats, right? Now we're just going to do one big collaboration. And basically, that is so that all of us as ambassadors can hype up the chat. We can all be on the call together. We can be saying, "This is amazing," or "That's amazing." And it's kind of cool because, like, my customers wouldn't know that, like, Kristen or Marissa or Ange is an ambassador. They might think they're other customers. And if you guys are hyping it up and I'm hyping it up, your potential customers are going to be like, "Wow, everyone thinks this is so cool," right? Like, that's the power of us doing this together. And so instead of the original idea of, okay, anyone who purchases between the 19th and the 23rd, and then doing a raffle on the 23rd, that plan is no longer. Okay, we're kind of putting the kibosh on that. So now what we'll do is anyone who wants to be involved in that chat, we're all going to donate money, whether it's $10, $15, whatever, however many people. And we're just going to do $25 raffles for anyone who gets on that call to go towards whatever they want to purchase from that call. So it's going to be like I know Marissa said in the chat, I love the idea of it going back into our pocket essentially. So it's like people who are hype on the call, maybe they see like the bundle that Marissa was saying that she just one of her coworkers got. That's one of the featured bundles. I was like, "Oh my gosh, how cool," because I didn't even know that was a thing. And so, like, let's say you have your cousin or your friend in the group and they win the raffle. It's like, hey, you just got 25 bucks. What sounded good from the call? And if they were on the fence, maybe now they're like, all right, let's just do it because I got $25 to spend, right? So we'll do, let's say we have 100 bucks. We'll do four $25 giveaways. It'll just be fun and we'll be done with it that night. Boom. 19th. Purchase has to be in that day. It'll be fast, furious, fun and then over, right? It is a good mid-month way to generate sales, commission, volume, all of those things. Okay. So that's that. The reason we're not extending it to the 23rd is because now Melanie has created this idea of spring cleaning your wellness that is leading to a group. That was never the plan. Okay. Now that there is a group available, here are the pros and cons. Number one, Melanie is a mastermind genius. We know this. Okay. Her brain works beautifully. Number two, she's running the group, which means that we don't have to. That's kind of nice. Okay. I'm just saying, like, it's been a few months of just constant running groups and scheduling posts and putting in money and doing all of the things, right? And now Melanie is saying from the top down, spring cleaning your wellness, here's the group. And it's running from March 31st to April 13th. It is a 2-week group. Okay, so it starts that first Monday right before April launches. Pulling up my calendar to make sure. Yes, so Monday the 31st to the 13th. Yep. So it's 2 weeks. Okay. We're going to resume. Okay. So sorry. My bad. So anybody who gets a bundle featured from the call will be available or have the option to join the group that Melanie is running. And of course, we'll all be in there, right? We'll be like in with our customers. So here's where my brain goes, okay, how are we going to do this with Pick Your Path, right? Because we had basically said anybody who enrolls for the month of March, we're going to do drawings leading up into the group. My personal opinion, and this is totally up for discussion, is that it's too much, that it's too many things. Like if we're gonna do the raffle on the night of the 19th, the webinar raffle, and then we're going to be enrolling for this group, Pick Your Path confuses things. So here's what I'm thinking because I know a lot of people like the idea of the menu and Pick Your Path, and I don't want to just be like, we're done with it, we're not doing it, right? So here's my thought is I've already been enrolling for Pick Your Path, right? I had somebody like sign their husband up with a bunch of stuff. It was on the menu, they picked their things, and it's like, I'm not gonna just be like, sorry, there's no raffle. Like, I'm not gonna do that. But what I think we can do is how like when we all first kind of launched our businesses, we all kind of did our own like little raffles in our community groups. I think we can look to do something like that. Like I know Heather's doing one, Amber's doing one. I haven't announced that I'm doing one, but I'm kind of considering doing um like maybe like five $10 gift cards or something like that, or two $25 like Amazon card, gas card, cashback, Venmo to your account, like different like little things that I can do. And that can be open to anyone who purchases $50 or more throughout the month. So it could be like if they get a bundle that's going to be featured on the spring cleaning your wellness, they'll go into the group. They'll also be entered into the raffle. So if you're somebody who's like, hey, Pick Your Path sounds awesome, then you can still do the raffle. So the difference would be that we're just not doing that part together. Okay. So feel free to unmute yourself if you guys have thoughts, questions. Um, Marissa, I see you.
Um, Can we, so the chat is, when's the chat? Next Wednesday?
Mhm.
The, okay,
That's the night of the webinar.
okay. And then what about, like, obviously you've enrolled people for the Pick Your Path, but I like really, really like that idea. And I
Mhm.
feel like it needs its own moment. Like, it's so good. I think it needs its own moment. Why don't we start? That group goes until the 14th, you said?
Mhm.
So why don't we do that when that one ends?
So you
I'm
could.
obsessed with it. I love it. I sent my link to a girl today. One of my friends texted me and she ordered some skincare last week and said, I need your storefront because I need to browse like everything. And then my girl Katie, who is like, she's in the group right now. She texted me yesterday and was like, this group is like saving my life. I love this so much. Like, I'm in for the Pick Your Path. Like, I think that it just needs its own
Okay, so
moment.
so here's another idea, and I
Hold on,
don't
I'll be
want
right
to
back.
say put a pin in it till mid-April because we've already been talking about it, right? Like we've talked
Yeah.
about it. So like regardless of the outcome of this call, I was still planning to do a raffle for like my customers, whether
Okay.
that's independently, whatever. We could create just a little Facebook group, all of us together, and call it March Pick Your Path. And anyone who gets a bundle from like the Spring Clean into Wellness will have the option of going into the group. Or it doesn't even have to be a group, maybe just like a chat or something like that. Um, because the Pick Your Path was never a group, right? It was the raffle. So there's no reason why we can't do the raffle because it was never going to be a group anyways. You see what I'm saying? Like so if so here's the thing. Like this spring cleaning, I'm just gonna pull this up. I'm gonna share my screen really quick. Go down. Oh, okay. So here's the Google Drive. Okay, so I'm just pulling up this like main one. So there's like four bundles. There's the good, the better, and then there's two options for the best. Okay. Any of these bundles get you into Melanie's group. Likewise, any of these purchases would qualify you for the Pick Your Path raffle, right? Because when you're picking your path, it can be anything. Um, so I guess what it boils down to is like the Pick Your Path menu is not going anywhere. It's here and it can be used for March, for April, for May, for June. You know what I mean? And I'll finalize it so that we have it as a resource. The question now is, do we do an end of the month raffle for all enrollments essentially for the month of March? Or do we, as CEOs of our own business, just say, I'm doing a raffle for my own customers inside of my own wellness group for anybody who does Pick Your Path? So hormone health counts, spring cleaning bundles count. You see what I'm saying? So it's like really the only thing that we have to decide is, are we doing it for our people or are we collaborating and doing it together? That's really the question.
Okay, now I get what you're saying because if
Yeah.
they purchase any type of bundle, that would still qualify them for the Pick Your Path. Okay, I guess
Because
that's
Pick
all
Your
I needed to
Path,
hear.
yeah, Pick Your Path is just a menu with a raffle. It was just an
Yeah.
incentive, right? So there was never a group. It's not like we're like getting rid of a group that we planned on in order to replace it with the cleaning your wellness group. Make
I,
sense? Everybody?
I have a question.
Yeah.
You said hormone health. So if I'm inviting to the Heather's hormone health group and
Hmm.
I'm sending them the hormone health bundle, would that qualify them for this pass? I guess that's where I'm confused for
Well,
this.
the hormone health, like, so
That's
pick your
separate.
path. Pick your path
Yeah.
is the entire website. Pick your path means you can get anything that you want. So skincare is on there, vitamins are on there, hormone sups are on there. Like, pick your path means pick any path that you want. Pick your path was just a way to be like, hey, we're not excluding anybody from this raffle. $50 or more gets you in.
So I guess my question, like I said, is would that put them in that raffle and in Heather's group? I'm
Yeah.
really that's where I'm confused because I didn't realize it was that like simple. Like that's all it was. The Pick Your Path group.
Pick your path
So
is
if
just it's
someone
just a
could,
menu. It's just a resource. So if somebody is like let's say you're inviting to Hormone Health and
yeah,
somebody's
that's what
like, yeah,
and
like,
someone
hey, I thanks for
responsible.
the invite to Hormone Health. I'm really actually not into Hormone Health, but I see that you share a lot about your energy supplements. I'd like to look at that. It's like, okay, well, here's the energy portion of the Pick Your Path menu. What sounds
Yeah.
good to you? What would you like to try? Pick Your Path is just like the website condensed into a smaller menu as a resource to give people.
So if because I'm inviting to Heather's like group and the bundle, like having the bundle to get into the group. So that would then qualify them for the Pick Your Path raffle. That's where I'm confused. I'm sorry. I'm
I
repeating
know where
So,
myself.
you're getting held up, Ange. I get it. Yeah.
okay, feel free to jump in.
I mean, I personally feel like yes, that can count for both. Only because
Yeah,
it can
Oh,
count for both because you're not giving, there's no giveaway or anything like in the hormone where they're like double dipping on prizes. You know
right.
what I mean? It's like, but I personally think like if Angie sell the hormone bundle, whatever Heather requires to get into that group, right? That's all knowledge. So, I mean, I don't see the harm, I guess, in being in that group and then still being able to be in the raffle for the pick your
Literally
path.
any purchase of $50 or more gets you into the
Right.
raffle.
Ange was just confused if she like is only inviting for the hormone group and puts her people in there. Does that still count for pick your pass? She didn't realize
Yes.
you could do both. That's what I think
yeah.
she
I didn't
was.
realize like last when we talked on the
Yeah.
call Tuesday that I could do both together. I'm like, ding, 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 light bulb. All of a sudden, oh, I could do both of these maybe.
Well,
That,
also, Ange, that's a good way to like, since they can be put into the group after purchasing all that stuff, that's also a good way to introduce them to all of the other stuff that we
yeah.
have.
Yeah.
So,
I was already thinking of doing like a raffle for the people that do sign up for like or like a little giveaway to the people that do sign up for the hormone group. So
yeah, and that's what Cass is saying.
or
Like,
what
should we
she's
all
saying,
like
that
do
makes
our
sense.
raffle together or do a
So
raffle
like,
separately within
yeah,
our
and
own
like
wellness communities
you can
Okay.
like
if they
forget the
purchase?
name, pick your path. Like forget that. March raffle. Anyone
Yeah.
who purchases $50 or more in March goes into a raffle. That's what pick your path is.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
So yeah,
I mean,
yeah. So what Marissa is saying is like the question of the evening now, I guess, is do we do it together or do we do our own for our own customers inside of our wellness communities?
I mean,
Show of hands if you want to do it together.
I mean, I don't care either way. I think either way is good. If we do it together, you're hyping all of these people up,
and there's
right?
more money, there's more giveaways. Like
Yeah.
it's not just one.
So
It's
there's
not.
like more opportunities for everybody's people to win something.
Hmm. So Heat, when I was talking to her about it earlier, brought up a good point that like Melanie's gonna have a cutoff for the group, and I don't know if it'll be like before the 31st. My guess is she'll be enrolling, what do you think, Heat, right up until the 31st?
I'm sorry if you can't hear me. Um,
I can hear you.
okay. My assumption, and I am gonna ask
Okay,
in
good.
the like director chat or in the group or something like, okay, for the group that you're gonna be doing for this clean your spring, blah 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 blah. do you want people to be enrolled by a certain time?
Yeah.
Because the way she explained it in the video, she wants people participating actively for the 2 full weeks. So
Right.
like my understanding would be we would want to cut off enrollment for that at least a week ahead.
I
Yeah,
don't
and
For
that's a
think
good
shipping.
I
question to
didn't
like
hear her say
have.
anything about cutoff. Like
She didn't. She didn't
I
say.
think the cutoff is probably the 30th at midnight. And if
It
you're
might be.
enrolled,
Yeah. But that's what I'm like in my head. She was talking about she wants people to engage. She wants people to use their stuff. She's wanting people to be like in it with us. So my assumption, get off the table, Peyton Green. Um, sorry, I'm literally at the field, you guys.
it's okay.
It, my brain,
I just
sorry.
asked in the
My
healthy hustle, maybe someone knew.
Yeah, my assumption would be that there would be a cutoff, but maybe not. So
Yeah, that's good
So,
information to know because like if I share about it, I need to, like if when we're sharing about it on our stories or posting about it in our wellness communities or on our feed, like generally we say like enrollment closes on this date.
so I think for purposes of just like simplicity, Sunday the 30th. Sunday the 30th at midnight. And then anybody who wants to throw all of our people into a little chat for a March raffle. So $50 or more gets you in. Or Amber, didn't we talk about like every $50 gets you an entry? Okay, so if they, yeah, 100 is 2 entries, 150 is 3 entries. Okay. So, I mean, yeah, I think it, and I guess another thing that we need to vote on essentially is, do we want this to be fun like giveaways, like, hey, we have $100, let's do an Amazon gift card and cash back into your Venmo and a gas card. Like, do we want to make it kind of like that instead of always like towards your next purchase? Or do we want to let them choose? Hey, here's your choices. Money back towards your next purchase, gas card, Amazon card, Venmo. Like, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think they can choose whatever they want. Like, here's your dollar amount. You get to choose between X, Y, and Z, whatever works best for you. Right? I mean,
Okay.
I'm
you're
just like I
laughing.
loved that we did the cash back, and I told Kristen like who won the uh skincare. I liked a little bit that like I had to keep that in my Venmo until she made a purchase, and she made a purchase. So like you know what I
See,
mean?
that's the
For
thing. It's
me,
smart business move to do that. So, like with the
yes,
skincare
yes.
$50 engagement prize, I Venmoed it to Heat and I said, your girl won.
Yes.
So when it goes back towards her next
I
purchase.
basically decided. Yeah.
Yeah. And she kind of said, like, okay, so as soon as you order, I'm going to send you this cash. So it will go towards your purchase, but it will be
Mhm.
like after you make your purchase, you're going to get this money kind of thing. So that
Yep.
was kind of cool too. And honestly, like we could just tell people, like, let's say we have $100. We could do $10, or we could do, five $20 things. That would be kind of cool too, or four $25 ones. And we could just tell people you have $25 coming back, and then whoever's customer it is, like that person can kind of decide, like, oh, this is like a really consistent customer. I want this $20 to go back towards a purchase because I know they'll purchase. Smart business move. Or if it's somebody who you know will never purchase again, it's like, hey, thanks for participating. Here's $20 in your Venmo. You know what I mean? Like we
Yeah,
can
now
kind of
that she
decide.
says it like that, now that you presented it like that, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, like we'll gatekeep that 25 bucks until they're like, okay, I purchased, and then we can just give 25 bucks back to them.
And we can kind of also
But I
gatekeep
It's
what we're
almost like
doing with
shipping's
it.
free.
Yeah, kind of.
but
And
I
it's
feel
like,
like if we're doing that though, we have to let them know that it's not just cash. You get to use it for whatever. Not like,
Yeah.
oh hey, we're giving you 20 bucks cash back and then they win it and then they come to collect and we're like, oh, by the way, but it's for a
well, and
purchase.
I don't
Like,
Yeah.
personally think it has to be that way.
oh,
I
so I
think
think
that,
that's
like,
kind of sketchy.
no, I don't think it has to be that way. I think, like, I think if you're so like if I have a customer who wins the giveaway and I'm like, oh, they for sure want to put this back towards, that's how like I think we can still give them choice. You know what I mean? I don't want to take that away. I think it's kind of nice to have some raffles that's like this is fun. This is money back. And like one thing I've been saying in my stories is like, hey, maybe you're about to go on spring break and you want some easy vitamins to take with you. Here, maybe you'll win a gas card, because you're driving to Myrtle Beach or something. Like I don't think it has to be, I think it can be money back towards their purchase, right?
Oh yeah, it could be
Yeah, so I think
whatever
I
they
think
want.
for the end of March raffle, we'll give choice, but I think for the spring cleaning webinar call on the 19th, that money will go towards a purchase for something highlighted on that call.
Right, because for that giveaway, for that chat, we are not requiring a purchase. It's just whoever attends, right, goes into the raffle. Yeah,
Yeah.
then that definitely should go back
Okay.
into the business. Like if
Yeah,
there's no purchase necessary.
and I think we can do like anyone who's in the chat, like, okay, you're in the chat, you said you wanted to attend, but then if we're doing the raffle and they're not actively like in that chat, they didn't even watch the call, we're just going to send it to the next person. You know what I'm saying? Thoughts on that? I don't know. Heat, you look like you have something to say. I don't know what's going on over there.
Could we maybe, should we maybe not tell the people on the call that we're gonna do a raffle in the chat?
I think you'll get way more people on if they know that they have a chance of winning something without even purchasing.
I'm thinking, I'm like, because
Well, but
yeah,
that's the
otherwise,
thing, they don't.
I just wonder how we would hold people accountable. Because I could just see a lot of people being like, "Yeah, I watched it. I was on," and we're like, "Okay."
Well, if they're not actively like engaged in the chat and if they're not there, like I would say you have to be present to win. What
My
I
other
mean,
thing that I do, and this is completely up to you guys, but like get on Zoom with them and watch it then. Like if you don't feel like they're gonna get on it and you just send it to them and you for some reason don't trust that they're gonna watch it with you. Whenever we did the extravaganzas, I streamed it on my Zoom and watched it with my customers I invited.
But we just said that the money for that particular raffle only goes towards
Yeah.
something highlighted on that call. So
Yes.
if they're
Yes.
not purchasing, like
Correct.
they'll be entered to win the raffle just by being in the chat. But if they're not getting something, they're not getting the money.
Okay, so it's incentive to purchase. That's a good idea.
So maybe we don't even like we could, tell people like, hey, come watch this free call if you're interested. Then we're not just getting people who are just there to win something. Like they're actually there because they're interested in in learning about it or whatever. And then we get them into the chat and then we say, surprise, like we are actually going to be raffling money away for people who are on this call and like what they see. So just like hang tight for the call. This is coming your way. We're going to be doing 4 drawings or 5 drawings or whatever tonight. I don't know. We can kind of fly by the seat of our pants. I don't know. What do you
I mean,
guys think?
for me personally, I'm probably going to be saying like there's no purchase necessary for a giveaway. At the end of the day, you're going to get more people to attend, even
But
to
that's not
watch.
true.
What?
There is a purchase necessary for the giveaway because the money that we're raffling
But I
for,
mean, like they don't have to purchase an item to get their name into the giveaway. Yes, they have to purchase if they win the giveaway, right?
right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm meaning. Like I
Oh,
would probably explain that whole thing because even if it's somebody who like isn't gonna completely like focus in on the call or like you're like they'll probably never purchase. Well, it's one chance to get this person to actually purchase something with that 25 bucks. That's a new customer. At least it's at least 25 bucks back, go towards Star Club, like go to like whatever it is
yeah.
what it is. That's
Yeah.
one person. So
Yeah.
I
I see
personally
what
just
you're
feel
saying.
like
I
it's
mean, we
not
could totally
harms.
market it
I don't
as
know.
like we're inviting you to this free call. And if you're interested in like restarting a wellness journey because we're entering spring and you just feel so blah after coming off of this like cold, dark winter months. Like, come listen to the free call. If you like what you see, we're going to be giving cash away, that kind of a thing. And so we're not saying just come listen and you'll win cash. We're saying if you like what you see, we're going to be passing out cash that night for
To
anybody
go
who's
back to
interested.
a
Yeah.
purchase that night. Yeah, that's
Mhm.
like that's what I meant. That's exactly how
Yeah.
I would say it.
Yep.
Okay, wait, now I have a question. I'm so sorry. I just need to get this right before I share tomorrow morning at like fucking 6 a.m. on the treadmill.
Yes. Let's get it
So
out.
for watching, for watching, I don't know why I can't keep, I am not thinking of like for watching the live, we'll say the live, they get an entry and they
Yes.
do not need to purchase. But if their name gets picked, the only way they can get that $25, let's just say, is if they purchase.
Yes, but one
Okay.
correction is
Okay.
we're not going to be sitting there trying to figure out, are you on the call? Are you on the call? Are you on the call? If they're in the chat, if they say, I want info, we're putting them in a chat, and anybody's name in the chat who isn't an ambassador will go into the raffle. But they have to purchase to get the money. So if we have
But
to
they
go
have
through,
to purchase to get, okay.
yeah.
They have to
Yeah,
purchase
but we're
that
not going to
night,
be like,
right?
"Are you on? Do you want your name in the raffle? Are you on?" No. If you say you're going to be there and you have said RSVP'd yes to the event and you said you wanted to be there and I've put you in the chat, you're going into the raffle and that's it. But if you're
Okay.
not on and you're not purchasing, you're not getting the money. So,
Okay. So that also means like I have a couple of girls who are like, "Oh, I really want to get on that call." But I can't. And I send them the replay. So sucks to be you. You're not in the giveaway, but I can absolutely send you the replay. Or I can
yeah.
absolutely send you the video
Yeah, it's
and you
incentive
can,
for a purchase that night. And I think
okay.
like so the call is from 7 to 8. And I think I mean, what do you guys think? We start pulling names by 8:30, 9 o'clock, like early.
I don't know. Should we?
I'm trying
Because
to
the
If the
remember.
call's
anytime
from
we
7 to 8, you said?
Yeah, it's from 7 to
I'd be
8.
pulling right at 8.
well, what about if the website crashes like it normally does and they're trying to order and they
But it's
can't?
not an extravaganza where everybody's trying to purchase. It's just an info call.
True. We're just running
Okay.
it as an
You know what I
extravaganza
mean?
to get the hype.
Okay.
It's yeah, it's not like hurry, everybody has to purchase now to get your points.
Well, for
So
us
we
it is,
don't win.
but
But
not
I
for
mean,
everyone
not
else.
everybody is not
Okay.
like
I think I've got it now.
Heather
And if I don't and
Lindgren.
anybody sees my stories tomorrow, be like, girl, no. Like
I'll keep you on track. Heather Lindgren has a thought, and I need to hear what it is. I can tell.
I hate that you know my face. My only thought is, guys, grain of salt, right? If we're having this thought of doing something like this for this event, what do you think other teams are doing?
Okay, but devil's advocate, nobody, well, I mean, other teams maybe have done this for the other webinars, but
Yeah.
like even
Do you
like
know
I
what I
know
mean? So
Jamie
that's
was
why I'm saying
like,
maybe we should give like a, sorry, what?
so here's the thing that I think works in our favor is that I think other people are planning to do something like this, but they're enrolling for the
Hmm.
whole month of March to enter the group, and that's their
Yeah.
giveaway, as
Yeah.
opposed to running it as an extravaganza where we're raffling that night. Because now there's
Yeah.
a group, a secret group that just popped up, and we're just like, oh, there's a group now.
Yeah. That's true. So my only thought was maybe give it a little bit of grace, but nothing later than like
Like
9 at
8:30.
the latest.
8:30 or 9. Okay.
oh yeah, I definitely think there should be a cutoff time of like when you have to have your purchase in.
Yeah.
I thought
Yes.
you were meaning like you weren't gonna raffle off who wins until like 9, and I'm like, oh Lord, no, do it right at 8, and
I
then they
really
have
don't.
until like 10 p.m. or whatever time.
That's what I was
like,
asking. Yeah.
to put.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
what I would do.
definitely do like a time because that makes more sense. Like if it was just
We have to put urgency behind
yeah,
it.
because yeah, absolutely.
Because then we
And
can
we
move
don't
on
want
to
to
the
stay
next
up all night.
person if they're
Yeah.
not purchasing. Like
Yeah.
then we can move on to the next one. Like, okay,
Okay.
you don't want
Kim,
anything, let's move on.
Kim,
Okay, too bad for
Julie,
you.
Kristen, thoughts, comments, feedback. Have not heard from you guys yet. What do you guys think?
I'm confused. I'm a little confused. So,
Okay. Do
sorry.
you
Be quiet.
want to elaborate on that?
Okay, so I think I might have missed something in the beginning when I wasn't on. But there's a call. So there's a call on the 19th. What is the
How about this, babe? I will send you the full recording and
Okay.
whatever you missed. If you still have a question after catching up, then you and I can one-on-one tomorrow morning and I'll answer all your questions.
Okay. That
Okay.
sounds okay. Thanks.
Kristen,
I'm good.
you
That
good?
makes
You
sense.
like it?
Yeah, I'm in. Yeah,
Okay.
it's good incentive and it's good, and to be in a group with Melanie for 2 weeks, that's incredible. So like anybody should get on board with that.
I
So
agree.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was like, I think it was, I don't even know, my days are running together. I was messaging Amber and I was like, we created Pick Your Path and I'm struggling with Pick Your Path. I don't know what my path is. I love everything. Like
Yeah.
I really like I'm like I love the skincare. I love the wellness. I literally love it all. And she's like, yeah, dang, that's tough because you do love it all. Like that is like and so this was like, okay, this is a focus. And now I can be like, okay, here's a great invite. Let's send this. And if you guys look, there are invites created for this in the Google, and I think it was, where was it? I think it was the fourth of the invites that were created. It's good. It's so simple. It's so easy. Where is it? Pre-event? Is it pre-event? There's DM invites. There's like 2 emails to send out. There's real ideas. There's story talking points. It's so detailed. Like it's like 24 hours until the event, like graphics. And you guys, don't post graphics on your page. Don't do that. Post them in your stories. Don't post a graphic on your main page and be like, who wants to come to this? Don't do that. Just it's poor marketing. Okay. Invite number 4. Hey, name. I'm hosting a spring clean your health event where I'll be sharing simple ways to beat the bloat, cut cravings, and feel amazing this season. It's free, it's fun, and it's packed with value. Do you want to join us? Oh, I love it. It's so good. Isn't that so good? Okay, I feel like that's so good because it's like there's nothing like, oh, you have to come by. I would overthink this, and that is so simple. The other ones to me sound salesy. The first 3 sound salesy. Hey, if winter has you feeling sluggish, bloated, or just off, you're not alone. I feel like that's like an infomercial. I don't like it. So, invite number 4, I feel like sounds really good. But feel free to make it your own. If anybody is using an invite that works really well, share it with us, please. Okay, everyone good? We're all on the same page. Hopefully. Okay. ChatGPT made them.
But
Yes.
just clarifying, we are doing still the one big raffle for the whole month of March together as a team.
Yes.
Just
The
wanna
March
make sure.
raffle.
Okay.
We can do it
Got
all
it.
together if you guys want to do that. Yep, that's fine.
Any purchase over $50 gets them, well, every $50 gets them 1 entry, correct?
Yep, and I think we can create just like a chat for it and call it March raffles, and then like as our customers purchase, you can put in like add them to the chat, add their name, and be like 2 entries.
Okay.
This person 3
Wait.
entries. This person 1 entry.
I just have one more question. It's
Does
not
your
a
girl
clarification
count?
question, so that's okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure she does. I mean, she's
Yeah.
literally in for whatever I do, so that's fine. My question is, should we cap the entries at some point? Like I know every 50, no, just let them go hog wild. Okay.
Yeah, if you want to buy $500 of product, bring it. Because our
Okay.
goal is volume, right? Our
Okay.
goal is volume. We have a lot of people going for Star Club. We have a lot of people going for director, like volume. So, yep, we are not capping that. You want to have 1,000 entries? Yes, me too.
Yes, please. Yeah. Okay. That was it.
Okay,
Thank
yeah, good
you.
question. Okay, do you guys want me to start that chat tonight and we can just start dumping customers in from the whole month? Are we starting now or are we starting back from the first of the month?
I think it would be good to start from the beginning of the month, but I'm open for whatever.
I kind of do too, but
I'm
I
trying.
also
What
don't
did we
have as
have
many
at the
sales as
beginning? What did we have going on at the beginning of this month?
I don't even know what
You're
month it is right
clean
now, so
slate,
I
clean
don't know.
slate.
Clean
clean
slate.
slate.
Got it. Because I was like, wait, I don't know, but because I just personally feel like
Let's do after clean
I
slate.
well, because we didn't start marketing it until the 11th. Like we had our team call, and then that's when we started marketing
Oh
technically
yeah.
the pick your path. So
And why does
it's
that
like the
feel like 6 years ago?
yeah. Well, I just because
Okay.
like it's like clean slate then is like double dipping in the giveaways, which I
Yeah,
don't. You
no.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yes,
so, I
after.
think from the 11th, like whoever after a clean slate
Perfect. I like
gets
that.
in there. I just think that's just the fairest way to keep
Yep,
it.
I agree. I feel like we did good, you guys, for on the fly planning. Okay. I feel actually really hype about this and I feel really excited. So thank you for chatting this through with me. Okay. Love y'all. I'm gonna stop.